Good morning. I'm Kuan Yin, and this is I Have No Cut Cards Tarot. No, I Have No Cut Cards Tarot. It is Sunday morning. I'm going to do a quick collective read. I got that tap on my shoulder and the hand on my back. When I get that, that means there is a guide with me that has a message that they want to come through, obviously. So, with that, I'm going to get started right away. Please funnel through me clearly and directly for the intended collective, the energy and information needed. Protected from outside influences and low vibrational entities that seek to confuse and distort the divine messages. Please allow the intended listeners to extract what is needed to put them on their highest path for their highest good. Please use my words to put them on their highest path and to come out as simple and to be provided with clarity and provide insight and light to their guided pathway in this life and maybe even the next. Okay. Let me tell y'all something. This Mercury retrograde is a bitch. I could barely get words out my mouth. I know I'm not the only person experiencing this. Mercury retrograde, let me tell you, all the lights at my job, all the electric went out completely for no reason the other day. The past 2 days, my phone, Verizon, which is paid up, it just would stop working completely. No internet, no phone, no nothing. Mercury motherfucking retrograde. That's all I'm gonna say. All right. So we're gonna keep it going. Okay, what's the collective message this morning? Who's this Knight of Cups? Oh yeah, I thought it was. Okay. This is either an Aries that is in their head. You got an Aries that's deep in their head, or someone embodying masculine energy. In Emperor energy. This could be a man or a woman that embodies masculine energy. It's most likely an older person, you know, that has some life experience on them. They might have a few grays sprinkled throughout their hair. They've had some experience, you know, throughout their life, you know, in different situations, different positions, whether they be, you know, King of Cups, King of Swords, you know, sharp-tongued, without dealing with emotion, or King of Cups dealing with their emotions, King of Pentacles knowing how to invest money properly, knowing how to be balanced, pay bills, you know, on top of their finances. This is an Emperor, male or female, okay? Now, this person is someone from your past, possibly with the Six of Cups, or this person could be coming very quickly because we are going into Mercury retrograde. So you got a lot of, what's that energy? You have a lot of, what is that energy, you know, when you reminisce about people from the past. And that's a very dangerous type of energy, actually, because it puts you into a type of mindset where you start remembering the good things and the good times with people that you have loved in your past. But unfortunately, you forget and don't remember the reason that you broke up with them and left with them, you know, which could put you into a bad state if you make a mistake and unite with someone that you broke up with for a very good reason. Okay, so continuing on. Okay, let's go ahead. What about this Emperor? Yeah, this can apply to just about everybody. You know, people from your past during Mercury retrograde. And this is someone that could have ghosted you, okay, with that Five of Pentacles right there. The Five of Pentacles reversed. This could be someone that either you put out in the cold, you distanced yourself from them, or they distanced themselves from you. But I feel like they might have even ghosted you. Okay. And then the Queen of Pentacles here. Okay, this might be you. This looks like it could be someone that embodies feminine energy, that, you know, handles their business, responsible, pays their bills, you know, someone that got their life together, they're balanced, you know, too many cards. Y'all know I'm not going to do that. Okay. Mm. Someone is either hoping that you're going to put your guards down to them. Someone is either hoping that you're not going to be defensive toward them, you know, when they come back in with the Seven of Wands reversed here. They're hoping that you'll forget about the past and being this reminiscent. That's the word I was thinking of earlier. Being a reminiscing type of an energy. Okay. So you got somebody coming back from the past, someone older that's in despair, having sleepless nights. I saw those cards pop out. Yeah. But they're carrying a lot of burdens, you know. they're wanting a new start with you, but they're carrying a whole lot of burdens, you know. So whether they ghosted you, you ghosted them, or you ghosted each other mutually, things didn't work out wherever they went. Whatever rabbit hole they went up in or out or into or down into, you know, it didn't lead them anywhere. It led them to all kind of fucked up rabbits with all kind of bad rabbit. No, I'm not gonna talk like that today, Spirit. Yeah, it led them into a lot of delays, you know. Whatever direction they went into, it led them into a lot of delays, you know, delays to their money, delays to whatever type of progress and projects they were working on, their career. You know, they went and chased a rabbit into a hole, you know, that was the wrong type of energy. Whatever they chased, it led them to a very bad place in Wonderland. And now they're wanting to come up out of Wonderland and come back to reality. This person could have been operating in delusions. Yeah, this person chased a rabbit with a fat ass into delusion. That could be a man or a woman. They chased into a delusion. Yeah, they chased a Queen of Cups energy. This is someone that's narcissistic. This is someone that is very emotionally manipulative. It could be a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. Okay, now this could also be an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, that is very emotionally manipulative. So I'm feeling like, because it came out side by side, this is either a King of Swords. This person could now have boundaries to a Queen of Cups, an emotionally manipulative energy, okay, that might have been very narcissistic, very selfish, very emotionally manipulating, you know, very low vibrational, a liar, someone that knows how to put up a lot of illusions and deceptions, and he got caught up in a web with whoever this energy is and their children. They're showing me. He got up in a web of lies and deception. He got himself all cut up, this masculine energy, male or female, in a web of lies and deception, you know, because of devil energy that this King of Swords was in. Or this Queen of Cups is Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini, is the rabbit that they chased. What's that? Yeah, they thought this was going to be the sun and their happiness, or you are their sun and happiness, and now they're wanting another cycle with you. They're wanting another cycle with you. But remember, you know, people don't change overnight. How many of y'all high priestess here that went through a dark night of the soul? How many of y'all, with this Nine of Swords here, how many of y'all went through a dark night of the soul? Did that happen in 1 week? A dark night of the soul, where you do your shadow work, is something that can last for years. It doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't happen in a month. Okay? That comes from years of experience. Okay? That comes from years of being in low vibration due to whatever conditions were set for you in childhood, based on the lesson that you came to this earth for. And when you finally went through your dark night of the soul, you didn't master your lessons right away. You had to be tested. You had to be sent certain energies to test you and to put you back into a lower vibration and lower mind state and repeated patterns. repeated types of ways of thinking, repeated addictions, and repeated actions. And you had to slip and fall a couple of times into those things. Whether you were in a low vibration, being too superficial, whether you were addicted to sex, whether you were addicted to low self-esteem or way of thinking, not knowing your self-worth, whether you were addicted to low vibrational people that meant you no good, but you were confused about love because the people that raised you, conditioned your mind for what love was, and you were confused. Because if this is your family that loves you, but they also are very wicked to you and treat you and mistreat you a certain type of way, you're going to repeat that pattern with friends and relationships as you get older. Because you're going to think, well, people that love me, they can also stab me in the back. They can also do things to hinder me intentionally. They can also try to sabotage me. They can talk down on me and do all these negative things to me. But, that's all a part of love, because that's what my family did. So that's what my definition is. And now you're not thinking of this in your conscious mind, the mind that you're thinking of, I'm speaking out of right now. This is programmed in you psychologically as a child. So when you went through your dark night of the soul, you had to conquer these things, and it didn't happen on the first try. You fell back into some bad relationships and ended them, and were sent a replacement in the same exact energy with a different name and face. And it might have happened a few times for you to master these lessons. Not just when I say relationships, I'm talking about at jobs, with friends, with coworkers, with lovers, with family members. You were tested with children. Some of you have karmic children, and I don't like to say karmic because we've all been a karmic at one time. But some of you, your children are karmic now, or in their karmic energy. And it's the same reason you were in your karmic energy before you went through your transition, before you went through your shadow work and dark night of the soul. Because you were wounded, and you might have been raised by a wounded parent. And before you went through your dark night of the soul, you might have been thrown into survival mode. You didn't have time to sit down and analyze the situation that you were in, because you can't see situations when you're in them. It's easier to see them once you've moved out, to look back, and then you can see clearly. You can't see things clearly when you're in the storm a lot of times, because the water, and the lightning and thunder, it's blocking your vision and your eyes of all the things that are being thrown at you. So what happened is, some of you raised children while you were still in your karmic energy, because you had not healed from your childhood wounds yet, and you were in the midst of your storm and you couldn't see because of the flashes of lightning, because of the rain and the hail and the tornado warnings. That's bills, evictions, trying to survive, keep jobs, work, trying to figure it all out. Some of y'all were thrown in the ocean, along with a hammer, a few boards, one maybe to hold on to, and some nails. And you had to try to stay above the water and breathe and build a boat at the same time. And look for the stuff to build the shit with. Try to swim and find the nails in an ocean. That's what your life, some of y'all, that's what your life has been like. For some of you, your life has been like being where you see other people around you that were given a bridge, a golden bridge to walk over into their life, from childhood into adulthood. Someone held their hand and walked them over that ocean on a golden bridge. Other people were given a boat, a little paddle boat, to get inside. And when they got inside that paddle boat, they were given the oars and everything they needed, some snacks, some fresh water to drink. But not you. Some of y'all were thrown in the ocean along with the tools to build a boat. But they were thrown in the water, and you had to swim and try to find the tools in the water while you were trying to doggy paddle and breathe at the same time. And that's how your life has been. So when you were going through, when you were raising your children, You know, you might not have made the best choices in love, and you might have had to struggle, you know, based on the choices that you made, based on the psychological condition that you were in, based on your childhood and the conditioning that you had. And when you raised your children, you were in a low vibration. But when you got to a place of stability, after all of your hard work, when you got somewhere where you could be more stable, the storm had subsided. You could now see the clear blue sky. You were able to get to a place where you could sit down and rest, but by then your children were adults. They were young adults. You didn't get to tell them everything or the wisdom that you wanted to tell them and give them all the tools that they really needed because you were unhealed. But then you went through your dark night of the soul and fully healed. But the thing about it is once you went through your dark night of the soul, did your shadow work and healed, your children were already adults. So maybe they didn't want to hear anything that you had to say, because while you were rearing them, you barely had time to even think for yourself because you were in survival mode in that ocean. So some of your children are narcissists now. Some of your children, you know, because you wanted to give them better than what you had, so you didn't really have a whole lot of time to really explain everything to them and take them through mental processes. All you had time to do was work in here. I'm gonna just get this to you. I didn't have it growing up. Here, I'm gonna just get this to you. Some of y'all done raised narcissists. Some of y'all spoiled your kids, but they don't think they spoiled because they so damn spoiled. So what I'm saying is, you went through your dark night of the soul and you healed, okay? But you got somebody coming back around to you, you know, that has not healed yet, that has not gone through it. As you know, it takes time to do shadow work. Shadow work is not easy. Shadow work takes heart. Shadow work, you got to have some balls, some testes, some female testes and male testes to do shadow work. Because it's not no light shit. It's a lot of psychological work. It's a lot of meditation. It's a lot of processing shit the right way, even when your ego and your pride don't want to allow you to. It's a lot of discipline with people that don't have discipline with you, because you still in the world. You still in the world trying to get your mind right around a whole bunch of people whose minds ain't right, and practice temperance with them. When you're going through your shadow work, you're supposed to be learning how to embody the 7 fruits of the spirit. How easy is that when you're surrounded by people in devil energy? Love, patience, kindness. I mean, how easy is it to embody, forgiveness? How easy is it to embody the 7 fruits of the spirit with people that don't have no patience with you, with people that is scheming against you, coming for your life, doing death spells on you, jealous of you, trying to sabotage and set you up the whole time, and you trying to find your balance and forgiveness for people in your family and people you grew up with, and uncles and aunties and cousins and friends that you grew up with and people that you trusted, and ex-lovers and baby mothers and baby fathers and ex-husbands and ex-wives. Shadow work takes time, and this person that's on their way back to you did not complete their shadow work. They might have started doing their shadow work, but I just don't want you to get mixed up, when they come around you, because you're thinking, okay, a little bit of time has passed, I was really in love with this person, and now they're back to me because the rabbit that they chased, that's why, because the rabbit that they chased, down that hole, or the hole they went up in, that rabbit ass that they went up in, left them in the Page of Pentacles. They had them trying to make money. Where is it? It was actually the 6 of Pentacles I was about to pull out. It'll come back out. The Page of Pentacles had them doing all kind of tricks. I'll make you holler for $1. I'll do something strange for some change. So the rabbit they chased led them to a path of destruction and destitute. Okay? It put them in a bad situation financially. That's what all these burdens are with this Ten of Wands here. And they want to come back and drop them on you. They want you to rescue them. Whoever this male or female is coming back to you during Mercury retrograde. So I'm just here to tell you to keep your boundaries up. Keep your boundaries up. Okay? These people are still unhealed. Remember the thing they did. If you got to write it down on a piece of paper, they never put no work into you. They went and chased a rabbit and put work into a rabbit that they went in and messed around and caught something. See, with this Eight of Pentacles, this person never put any effort or work into you. They chased something that they thought was shinier because they're not of the right mind, because they haven't done their shadow work. They're coming to you for help, not shadow work. They didn't put no energy into you. The spirit wants you to dead these situations. Remember, these situations died when this person ghosted you or when you had the courage to walk away from them. Do not try to resurrect this shit. You have been unblinded. The blinders are off. You have been able to see straight through the situation when you got out that storm of everything that they really were and the purpose they say they served in your life to help push you forward into your divinity. Do not let this person come around and fuck up what you done built and how you done built yourself up. You stay in the same energy you've been in. Do not let them attach to you. Any more messages, Spirit, during this retrograde? You are on your way to the Ace of Pentacles. Don't let them come for that blessing and mess it up for you. If they attach to you with their negative karma, they are going to mess up your blessing. Your blessing is coming. Your blessing is coming. And so is this small communication with this Page of Cups here. Your blessing is coming, and so is this small little breadcrumbing ass communication from this person that is very sad and deeply hurt and only coming around because the rabbit that they chased led them to destruction. So now they're coming for your good fortune with the Wheel of Fortune here. Now they want to come back. Now they're wanting to come running back to you because they know that you have good fortune and possibly the Ace of Pentacles is on its way to you. Don't fall for it. This person has a lot of bad karma that they have racked up. They want to attach to you for your blessing, but they're not going to be able to partake in any blessing that you have because you're not going to get it. You're not going to get it if you allow this person to attach to you. Because if this person attaches to you, all their bad karma is going to come along with them. All of their burdens that they have. They did not go through their dark night of the soul. If they show up at your door, point your finger and say, "Get thee behind me." You got to tell this person, "Get thee behind me. Get thee behind me, Satan. You Capricorn. Get thee behind me, devil energy. Get thee behind me." Go do your shadow work. You need to point them in their direction and let them know, go do your shadow work. Go do your work. It's nice that you freed yourself now. We're happy that you freed yourself. Okay, that's a good thing because I care about you. But now it's time for you to go inside and do your shadow work, and I'm not going to help you with that. Neo. I can show you the door, but only you can walk through it, Neo. This is the Matrix. Right? The door is through meditation and self-reflection, right? To access your higher self, which you do when you do your shadow work, only you can walk through that door. Only you can open your pineal gland. Only you can get that stimulated through meditation. I'll show you the door. I can show it to you. I'll point it to you. The door is right there. Get the hell out my house. Go home and sit down and meditate and start your shadow work. Come see me in a year or two. Let me know how you're doing. If I'm still single. To these people. Okay? So I'm going to end it right there. This is just a quick reminder. That's why I got that tap. To let you all know we're going into Mercury retrograde. That's why I can't talk. There could be an Aries headed to you. Okay, I'll go a little further. Please clarify for me real quick in case somebody needs some clarification. Please clarify this Emperor energy for me that wants to come back towards some of these people, the collective. Who's this older Emperor energy that's now wanting to come back? Yeah. This is a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius possibly. that might have some child support issues, custody issues, in trouble with the law, possible court issues. Yeah, this could be a family member that wants to come back towards you. This could be a family member that's wanting to come back to you. I love you, but I'm not in love with you. This person is not in love with you. This person, this is a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, possibly, okay, or somewhere in their chart, or take it as it resonates, but they love you, but they're not in love with you. A person that if you understand what real love is, a person that's in love with you, is not going to drop you, like yesterday's news and go chasing after the next thing. This could even be a relative, somebody in your family that did you wrong. This could be a mother, uncle, aunt, or father. That could be a Libra, Aquarius, or a Gemini. That could be coming back into your life. Wow. For some of you, divine intervention. For some of you, this person could be a family member. Yeah, this person could be going through some type of housing situation now, and they're needing help. What's going on with this food or drink? Yeah, this person is unhealed. They could possibly have some unhealed wounds from their childhood, when they might have dealt with some molestation in their childhood, possibly, which we all know is a terrible thing, but don't let your sympathy and empathy for others, allow someone to walk all over you again, okay? Especially if someone used you as a punching bag or a doormat. You can be empathetic towards someone, but they have to do ultimately their own work, their own shadow work to heal themselves, especially if they were attacking you. A lot of people, you had someone in your family, members of your family, and it could also be someone you were dating, a lover, anyone, friends, take it as it resonates. But specifically right here, this is a Gemini, a Libra, or an Aquarius, possibly in your family, that could have dealt with some improper touching in their family when they were growing up. And it could have caused psychological damage to them and led them on a path where they, as a result of their abuse, made certain decisions and choices in their life, that took them down a wrong path or a negative path. And part of one of those paths could have been attacking you, which is why there was a death, which is why you had to cut that person off. Okay? Is there anything else? Yeah, they could have collaborated with other people, to attack you, and the people they collaborated with might have been other people that might have been, if you're high priestess, it might have been people that already had you on their shit list or hit list because you were a high priestess. Because as you know, high priestess are enemies of the government unless you're willing to work for them. A lot of times, our government was founded by members of the system of white supremacy. I mean, every system in the government, it was founded on white supremacy. It was founded on a system in which it is to protect the people whose government it was, which was not our people, for the perseverance of and the protection of their own lives. So if you're not a high priestess that was willing to work for them, then they consider you an enemy, because you're able to access other realms and access esoteric information and spiritually attack people. So you're naturally an enemy of these people if you are a high priestess, which is why a lot of high priestess are being attacked in many, many different ways, through energy weapons. A lot of you think that all of the attacks that you receive are spiritual, when you have pains, headaches, pains in your necks, and things of that nature. But it's not all spiritual. Some of it is actual energy weapons that's being used on you. If you're a high priestess, especially if you're very spiritual and very powerful, and you're not working, willing to work with government agencies and work within this system that they have created for their better good, right? Then they will also attack you with energy weapons, such as, you're familiar with LASIK eye surgery. Just to give you a clear picture, they have lasers, different kind of lasers, that they use for LASIK eye surgery, but they also have another type of laser that is military grade, that can be aimed at you at any place in your house where you are at a standstill for any amount of time. And that could be when you're sitting on your couch, if you're sitting on a chair, if you're doing readings, when you're sleeping in your bed. Literally, they can aim this toward your head, to cause brain damage, memory loss, ultimately to cause an aneurysm or cause you to have cancer or a tumor. These are some of the energy weapons that they use. I've gotten so many downloads years ago about it. One of my downloads was that there was an energy weapon that was used actually on Bernie Mac, the comedian. Because years ago, Bernie Mac, in Kings of Comedy, he had made a joke, about one of his nephews. He called him a faggot, or something, because he was saying he was feminine and some other stuff, and I got a download that it was a member of the military, a very high-ranking member in the military that was also a part of LGBT community. But this person happens to be in the military and has access to military-grade laser weapons as well, and also resources to those that they use to gang stalk. And that's how Bernie Mac actually died. They pointed laser weapons at him and had them aimed at him at times in his house in different positions, and he would get frequent headaches and pains in the neck. This is because this is what they do. The same with Francis Cress Wilson. The same with Johnny Cochran. It happened to Johnny Cochran, and it also happened to several other people that were targeted. Oh, Prince, Michael Jackson, Whitney Houston, and her daughter as well. These people, they were already, the setup is a lot of these people, they were already, they might have already been taking pain medications because they were getting headaches. Michael Jackson said he couldn't fall asleep. They have certain types of lasers they aim at different areas in your brain that control sleep, that secrete certain chemicals in your brain that allow you to fall asleep. So they can also stop you from being able to fall asleep. And you'll think it's just something physical in your body, but in actuality, when they do this, it's to make you go to the doctor and start taking heavy medications to force you to fall asleep, so that when you pass away, they can say, well, he was on heavy medications. And this happened to a lot of people that had disputes, about money in the music industry, because, a lot of wealthy people in Hollywood, they have access to these people that have a lot of money, and access to people in the military that have access to these military grade weapons that they use on you. It's called a silent kill. Silent weapons for quiet wars. You can read about some of this stuff in Behold a Pale White Horse. So I'm just saying that to say that if you're a high priestess, you're already targeted. You're already targeted by people. You're already targeted by people if you're a high priestess, because you're a danger, because you can expose a lot of these things. And because you can expose a lot of these things, and you were not willing to work, for their team, the other side, they targeted you. So when they find a family member that is already weak and has something against you and might be possessed by an entity or have a weakness for money, it's easy to make an offer to someone that is low vibrational and loves money and hates you. So this family member possibly, might have been attacking you, which is why you might have had to end a relationship with them, with this death card here. And the family member had the reason, or whoever the person is in your life, they already had their own reasons for wanting to attack you, out of jealousy, out of being in a low vibration, out of their own trauma from molestation and things they've been through in their childhood that were unresolved and unhealed, and they were using you as their punching bag, whether psychologically or by launching attacks at you. And then they got together with these people that would give them the weapons to aim at you. They told them they would collaborate with them and help them to gang stalk you and do other things to you. And they did these other things to you, for their reasons. But the people they collaborated with within the government, they also had their reasons too, because you were a high priestess. And that's how they were able to recruit people that are jealous of you. So this person could be trying to come back in now because this rabbit that they chased, it could have been money, it could have been revenge, just being in a low vibration because of whatever they felt towards you. You know, like I said, take it as it resonates. Now they're needing your help. They're showing that as the Emperor upright, which means now they are seeing the situation correctly. So I don't want you to confuse. Do not confuse someone seeing the situation correctly because they were sabotaged because of the rabbit that they chased. Okay, with going through a dark night of the soul and shadow work. Don't get it confused. This person can come back in your life and try to, hey, I am seeing everything correctly. I was jealous. That's why I attacked you. I was jealous. I had low self-esteem. You know, that's why, you know, I dropped you. I didn't have enough self-esteem to go with you because you were requiring too much of me. So I had to chase something that I knew I could attain very easily. You know, that I didn't have to work as much for or work as hard for. You know, I attacked you because money is my God. You know, and I would do anything for money. I would do anything for money. You know, this person might come to you and admit these things to you and tell you, I am sorry and I'm seeing the situation correctly. That's nice. You can accept their apology and tell them I forgive you. And it's a good thing if they are upright now because they are seeing the situation correctly. But that doesn't mean that they did their shadow work. They still have yet to do their shadow work. Okay? So do not get it confused just because someone might be in the upright coming towards you now saying, I see it all clear now. I see why I did what I did. And now I'm wanting to heal. And now I'm ready. I would like to take the next step with you. Whether it's a family relationship or a love relationship. They can't take the next step with you just because they see the situation correctly. They have yet to do their shadow work still. They have to still be tested. They have to now start putting what they know into practice. And they have to process it through meditation. They have to meditate and raise their vibration. They are in the upright, showing up as the Emperor upright now because they see the situation correctly. But they still have to come at you. They still have to, 1, do their shadow work, 2, be tested, and 3, they have to put the hard work in. Just because they're saying it correctly does not mean that they automatically get to come back in. Okay? So y'all try to remember that, all right? Keep that into perspective. There is a difference between seeing a situation correctly and acknowledging that and actually doing the shadow work and making the change. They still have yet to make the change, okay? I'm Kuan Yin, and this is I Have No Cut Cards Tarot.